first thing I'm going to do is ask you the same thing I ask everybody else. Were you followed? Are you sure? Okay. Now I'll take your word for it. But I find out you're lying. Well, we just won't go there just yet. Now, you know what I have. You know what I'm here for. You know what you're here for. Better yet, I know what you're here for. You're here for that sweet contraband. That illegal product. Now, ever since the vintage ban, you can't buy nothing old. The only thing you can buy is whatever comes new from the corporation. As soon as they roll out a new one, they come get the old one. Ain't no room for resale, hobby, retro. All that product now comes from me. And you want it, you're gonna have to be discreet. So, we've met here under the guise of darkness, the concealment of night, and we will find out what items you're interested in. So I'm going to show you what I have, and you can decide just what you can't leave here without. So, without further ado, why don't we get started? If you are more of an intellectual type, I've got something you might like. This here. This is a player's guide. See, back in the day, well, I believe in the early 2000s, if you can imagine such a thing, this type of printed material, well, it was sold and bought by players who wanted to get a leg up on their video games. You remember video games? They haven't got them all back. There's some still out there, and the memories last much longer than the physical properties, as you well know. This guide has everything you would ever want to know about The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Tips, tricks, secrets, and everything in between. And I do mean everything. Inside, a plethora of artwork, maps, locations, items, and a full walkthrough of the game. Now, as I find it unlikely that you have such a game on your possession, this may, and please stop me if I'm wrong, may serve more as a nostalgia or reminisceful, for lack of a better word, item that you carry on your person to look back fondly on a lost time or previous generation, as well as admire the wonderful artwork. This type of guide will not last long and should be purchased for anyone who likes this sort of thing. So what do you say? I'll come back. Sticking with the printed paraphernalia, we have what some used to describe as a poster. Now, these posters were for a more primitive time where people would pin them on their walls of a bedroom, a game room, a living room, and enjoy from time to time a simple look at the printed picture of said poster. Now, this particular poster is of a classic Batman, the animated series. Now, this gem of a cartoon ran in the late 90s. Yes, the 1990s. And featured such memorable characters as the Batman and other such characters in his rogues gallery, if you will. One being the famous Penguin. Now, this show was made for children, but was enjoyed by people of all ages. Now, on the back, as many of these posters do, we have a map of another video game. Now, your guess on what this character is as good as mine, but looks to be a bat-winged creature, similar to the Batman on the back side. Oh, I jest. Now, such a poster obviously carries a lighter cost than the full player's guide, but I think carries just as much weight in nostalgia and good times. So, on to the next item. You are a busy one, a wanderer such as yourself, and I dare say not waste any time on an item that you may not buy. So, the next thing I have is one that is more of the video game variety. This masterpiece is what we call the Quickshot. Now, this little item was created for the sole purpose of adding fun, enjoyment, and overall control to the Nintendo Entertainment System. One of the first of its kind, a joystick type controller with wonderful feedback relays, as you can hear, a trigger for fast heart pounding action, a thumb button on the top, and a full range of controls with a start and select button on the back, as well as an auto fire feature for those comrades who wanted a more relaxed method of playing, if you will. One who does not own a Nintendo Entertainment System may still enjoy the physical appeal of operating such a finely crafted piece of retro technology. Keep this one in mind, my friend. Next, we have something a little bit different, but I think you'll still enjoy. We have something from the classic Pokemon property. Now, you know marbles. Marbles are still widely accepted, widely used, one of the most popular toys of this century. Now, marbles back in the day used to be just as popular. They took a bit of a dip when the technology age came upon us, but before that, we had Pokemon themed marbles. Now, this right here is a Pokemon belt loop fastened marble holder with what was once considered a legendary Pokemon, Zapdos on the front. Zapdos. And it contains a special marble right here on the side. Doduo. Doduo. Funny little name. But I dare say it was very popular back in the day. And inside our little marble holding clip, we have, well, you know the drill by now. More marbles. 8 in total. Now, the fun of this item is you don't know which Pokemon are going to be on the marbles inside the holder. You get to open it to find out. And when you do, you may be able to just clip this little puppy right on the belt loop and carry it around. Now, you don't want to be caught with it though, and you know that better than most. On the back, it shows some of the other marble holders that were sold at the time. Now, you're finding these may just be more difficult than anything else you might try. But that's why you stopped on by and got the Zapdos belt holder that I have. I do the hard work for you. I find these items. You don't have to look. You don't have to take the time. All you gotta do is buy. Alright. So the last item I have is, well, you know me, I save the best for last. We have none other than the Game Boy. The Game Boy Color, to be exact. Now this is a multi-purpose pouch. I won't waste your time now. Multi-purpose pouch. On the top, we have a nice section here. If you had some Game Boy Color games, they're little. You can put them at the top. On the back, we have a nice zipper for smaller items. Another clipped pouch, smaller, for games. Batteries, if you needed those. And inside, the crown jewel, the Game Boy itself. And the Game Boy Color, like I stated before. Now this Game Boy Color is this nice bluish green color. All the buttons are highly functional. Directional pad still works like a charm. We have a fully working game slot and a battery compartment. No batteries included. Not much has changed on that front. But with this Game Boy Color, now if you can come up with some batteries and a game, you will have hours and hours, and I mean hours of fun. But even without the Game Boy, you can look at it. You can see your reflection in the nice screen here. And you can remember a time when playing video games was a common pastime instead of jail time. Oh boy. So, with this nice pouch, you can carry more than Game Boy items. You can carry anything, really. But I suggest if you are going to carry something common and not highly illegal, you carry in something other than a Game Boy pouch. But hey, I ain't you after all. I am not you. So, partner, that's all I've got for you today. Now, which of these items, if any, I'm not pushy, are you willing to take off my hands? For a modest sum, of course. Okay. Okay, now we're talking. Now let me just do a little price adjustment here. We've got the first one. Of course, that second one is indeed a mighty fine choice. And let me just tell you this right now. You take a third item off my hands and I give you 10% off. You got yourself a deal. Minus a 10%. I won't forget. Alright. Now, you pay up in the appropriate credits and you be on your way. Now don't you forget, You didn't see nothing here, and I didn't see nothing anywhere else. Now, I didn't tell you my name for a reason. So when you get out of here, you get lost, and you get quiet. But you do come back again. I'll be seeing you. Now, get on out of here.